What's up, YouTube? It's Chris with Murphy Firearms Training. Today, video number 2, we are working with handling of a pump action shotgun. This is the Remington 870. The two most popular pump action shotguns are the 870 or the Mossberg 500 or 590, that series of shotguns. Now, what I want to do is walk you through the differences between them. I do not own a Mossberg. I've shot one, but I don't own one. And the biggest difference between the Remington and the Mossberg, so this is our safe direction. We're going to keep it pointed that way, okay? And this is clear. I'm visually and physically inspecting the chamber. Number one is the safety. The Remington has a cross bolt safety here on your trigger. That's your safety on this. The Mossberg will have a tang safety. It's going to be right here, okay? Second one is going to be the release lever. So I'm going to go ahead and close this action. When you close a pump action, it won't pump. It's locked. And it's locked like that because when you fire, you want this bolt locked so it doesn't come back while there's still pressure in the barrel. It's not designed for that. Now, there are two ways to unlock the bolt on a pump action shotgun. When you're in a classroom setting and you're trying to do handling exercises, loading and unloading, things like that, you want to use the bolt release, okay? The bolt release on a Remington is going to be right here. It's this little lever right in front of the trigger. And I can't stress enough, people who want to look at the bottom of this gun, the side of this gun, they tend to wave the gun in all sorts of crazy directions. Learn to rotate the gun. I can keep this gun pointed in a safe direction, very minimal movement, and I can roll it over. There's your bolt release. It's this little lever here. You press it, bolt opens right up, okay? Pull it forward, it's locked. You press it, bolt opens right up. On every pump action shotgun, pretty much that I've ever handled, it's somewhere around the trigger guard. In front of the trigger guard, behind the trigger guard, or somewhere near the opening here that allows you to load your shells, okay? Somewhere in that area, okay? So you're going to check for a lever. Press that lever, see if the bolt works. You don't have to be familiar with the shotgun to be comfortable with it, okay? Now, when we go to load this, okay, notice how I change sides. I keep the gun pointing in the safe direction. To load a pump action, you're going to drop this in here, push it forward, okay? Get where you can see me really well. Push this forward, you're going to hear it click. Okay, clicks in place, and it's in there and it's stuck, okay? Same thing, take the second one, clicks in place, stuck, okay? Gun is not loaded yet. Gun's not loaded yet. It has ammo in it, but it's not loaded until you chamber around. So what do? Now the gun's loaded. How do you unload it? Now, I learned this in a class from someone else, and I want to share it with you. All my life, to unload my pump action shotgun, I would just cycle the rounds through. He was taught that that was a bad idea because cycling every round through the chamber, number one, is rough on the ammo, especially if you're going to keep loading and unloading it. And number two, every time you cycle a new round into the chamber, you run the risk of setting off that round, as minimal as that may be. So, if you look in here, get real close to the camera, there's a little lever right here. It comes up and it holds this shell in the tube. Little lever right here, okay? If I press that lever, it releases that rim. Now, when I go to open this chamber, here's what's going to happen. Chamber's open. Shell that was in the chamber gets ejected. And this shell comes out of the tube. If there's another shell in the tube, I can reach in and press that lever again, and that shell comes out of the tube. I press that lever again, the next shell comes out of the tube. And basically, I can empty this entire tube by reaching in and pressing that button with this chamber partially open. And so by doing that, I'm not cycling every round into the chamber. Now, there's nothing wrong with cycling every round. Leave the gun open. If you switch sides of the gun, keep the gun pointed in a safe direction. Lay it on the table. pump action shotgun. So I want to show you that one more time. And ideally, for unloading the tube, so let me load the tube here. I'll load this with 2. I'll show you this one more time. Ideally, okay, I'm going to open the chamber part way. That lets this clear. And I'm going to press that button. Out it comes around. Okay, press that down. Press that button. Okay, come on. There it goes. Had to reset it. And out comes that round. Okay, so I'm partially cycling the action without sending any rounds into the chamber. And again, visually and physically inspect that it is clear. Return it to the table. Okay? So anyway, I hope that helps with pump action shotguns. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. And best of luck, guys.